All right, so I was in the South Side on Tuesday, and I asked Coach Tomlin, were the Cleveland Clowns headhunting?
Coach, the old school vernacular is headhunting. You had a couple receivers go out the way the game ended. I know you don't want to get into all that, but were the Browns headhunting when they came out for you?
You're right. I do not want to get into all of that.
Yes.
All right, Mike, I tried to get a 5-pound plate, and I was going to bang you over the head with it to see how it would feel. Just a simple 5-pound plate. Now, how do you think that would make your cranium feel if I whacked you with a 5-pound plate?
Did I deserve it?
It doesn't matter. Let's get into this. The great national sports debate going on right now, and everybody seems to be chiming in. And even Steelers Nation, some of you out there say Mason Rudolph got what he deserved. Mason Rudolph instigated the whole fight. I'm going to hold off for my commentary because this cat behind me, as you guys know by now, played in the NFL. He played for the Lions. Sorry about that. Played for the Eagles with Terrell Owens. Had Julius Peppers, one of the many criminals chasing you around back in the day. If that's you and Mason Rudolph, if you're in Mason Rudolph's shoes, what do you do there?
Well, first of all, he was frustrated, okay? Now, my whole thing, it goes back to there's 28 seconds left in the game and the clock is running, okay? The play clock was matched up with the game clock. So, 28 seconds left, you're down, you're in your own, 10, 15-yard line?
Yeah. You're not pulling a miracle
Don't even
off.
snap the ball.
You're not pulling a miracle off.
What are you doing? And a perfect example is, hey, I was a rookie. We were in Detroit. We were losing. We couldn't win the game. It was late in the game. Second last play of the game. The coach calls a pass play. I'm in the pocket. Jason Gilden comes off the edge, sacks me, and breaks my foot. On the second to last play of the game.
Are you kidding?
Now, there's no way we can win the game. So why are we trying to throw the ball down the field? Why are you putting, I get it, you want to get the young guy, get the young rookie some reps, to me, coaches need to stop that. You're going to get someone injured that late in the game. Everyone kind of
hit over the head with a helmet.
Everyone kind of knows the game's over. So what happens is Myles Garrett's still playing the football game. Now, there's some debate on whether or not what he did was a legal hit. To me, that was a legal hit. He made contact with Mason Rudolph.
It was legal. It was legal.
They were not throwing the flag. They were not throwing the flag for a late hit or unnecessary.
No.
He tackled him.
I agree.
And if you watch the film, Mason Rudolph is trying to struggle to get away. Now, Myles Garrett has his head down. He's making the tackle. He doesn't know if Mason Rudolph has the ball or not, so he takes him to the ground. Now, Mason Rudolph's frustrated. I get it. He's been getting his butt kicked all game. Two interceptions in the game early, they weren't his fault. The last two were his fault, and you could see it was starting to weigh on him. He was starting to force things. He made some bad throws.
Okay, so you're saying this all culminates in...
So he's getting a little frustrated, okay? Now he's taken to the ground. Now here's the situation.
I grab you. I throw you on the ground.
Wait, supposedly he had his hand stuck in his face mask. No, I've been there.
And it's hard to see
them. I've been there before. A guy's got his hand on me. Hey, yo, my hand.
Sure.
My hand. Tap him. What Mason Rudolph does, he starts pulling the helmet. Well, what are you trying to do? Pull a guy's helmet off. Why are you ripping at it, okay?
You're going to level 2.
He's taking it too far. Now, everyone says Myles Garrett, eyes saw red, blacked out. Well, I don't know too many guys that when they get in a fight, they don't black out.
He's only at DEFCON 2 there, so they're tussling. That's DEFCON 2 stuff.
To me, Mason Rudolph loses his cool because he's trying to rip the helmet off.
Okay.
Then you see Myles Garrett start to get up. No, but...
He brings his head with him.
Yeah, but he didn't bring his head with him until he got kicked in the genital area.
Yeah.
And Mason Rudolph, if you watch the film, if you go back and play it,
okay,
there was not one, but there was 2 kicks.
So we're up to DEFCON 3 now. A kick to the groin.
If I kick you in the groin,
I'm going to punch you back.
Exactly.
I'm going to bite your ear off.
So the guy he pulls him up by the face mask, okay?
Yeah.
And he rips the helmet off.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, if you watch it...
Now, this is where the gray area kicks in. Gray area.
David DeCastro comes in and separates Myles Garrett, and you see Myles Garrett, arms go down, he calms down. So the first person that lost his cool was Mason Rudolph, because if he had his head on straight, as they're saying that Myles Garrett needs to go to anger management, I think Mason Rudolph in this situation might have to go to anger because he lost his cool because
as he comes flying around the edge.
You don't have a helmet on.
But this, okay,
you don't have a helmet on.
Time out.
Wait, you're chasing a guy that's twice the size of you and is going to...
Oh, he's massive.
So why are you chasing him?
All right, let's take a big time out, okay? Because this, right now what we're talking about is that gray area with what happens, all right? So they get into it, a little tussling, a little boom. This is a physical football game, baby.
Yes.
People are frustrated. This stuff is good for me. I'm good with everything that's happened up until right now. And what I specifically like, and what you should like, Steelers Nation, is that you have a quarterback in Mason Rudolph who is a scrapper, who's a fighter, doesn't care that Myles Garret is as big as a Jolly Green Giant.
Or he's not thinking.
Or he's not thinking, but still, he's a fighter. He's a fighter, and that's what I want, like the old Jim McMahon, maybe a cousin of yours.
No.
That's what I like up until this point, that your quarterback is a fighter and isn't going to let somebody bully him around. Let's pick it up, because now we're going from we're into DEFCON 4. Now we go to the nuclear option, as I like to call it. Go.
So let's just say it ends. Say the referees come in, Mason Rudolph doesn't chase after him, or someone grabs Mason Rudolph and holds him
At that
back.
point, right.
At that point, it's separated. Okay, flag, unsportsmanlike conduct. It might be offsetting. Who knows?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a good end of a Cleveland Browns Steelers
No one's
game.
ejected.
Good ending to the
Maybe
game.
there's one fine for pulling a helmet off, but that's it.
Yeah,
And
sets it up for 2 weeks later.
But now Mason comes running. And let me tell you something. If you try to rip my helmet off, and then you kick me in the balls, and you come running, that helmet's going to be used. Okay? And now, I've heard a lot of... And look, I don't agree with Myles Garrett's actions. I 100% do not agree with it.
Yeah,
he
you
needs
can't
to be
do
punished.
that, man.
And
You
he cannot
can't
do
do
that.
that.
But I don't like when I hear analysts saying, I've never seen this in football before, because you're lying. Because you're lying.
Oh, yeah.
It happened to Richie Incognito a couple years ago.
Yeah.
And then I'm glad Ryan Clark come out and says, hey, I've seen this multiple times throughout my career. I've seen it at least 5 or 6 times in my career.
In practice?
In practice, training camp. The emotions are dying.
Oh.
You're in training camp. You're going, I mean, it's all football. You're so tired of seeing the same guys. You don't get to see your wife, your girlfriend. You don't get to see your family.
Oh, yeah.
It's just all that. And hey, the emotions, the angers, the tension. So as soon as the helmet comes off, and a lot of guys are saying, well, when the helmets come off, we quit. No.
Traditionally.
Look, no. From where I've been, every time the helmet comes off,
Now
it's
we
either
go.
getting thrown or swung. And it's happened multiple times. So anyone that says they've never seen it before is completely lying, because we've all saw it a couple years ago in a game against Richie Cognito. He just didn't connect. It didn't connect.
You know what, though?
So
if it hits Incognito, it does no damage, because
But my
he's
whole
missing
point is,
something
a lot
on a
of people
side
have
note.
This high and almighty, take on it. And look, when a guy gets angry and a guy gets upset, he's going to swing. Now, again, Myles Garrett needs to keep his cool, so he can't swing the helmet.
can't
so
swing the
100%
helmet.
Myles Garrett deserves to be suspended. I would say 6 games. 100% 6 games. Okay, maybe.
Here, wait a minute. You stay right there. Talk to the camera for a second. Go ahead. Tell the people how long you should be.
So I'm saying 6 games.
All right, I'm going to hit you in the head with this mat right now,
didn't do anything
which
to
weighs
deserve it.
about 1.5 pounds.
But I'm not chasing after you.
You will after I hit you in the head
So-
with that.
So, no, you're right. So Myles Garrett deserves to be suspended 6 games. Does Pouncey believe? Yeah, Pouncey. Because here's the thing.
He's my man.
Pouncey comes in and comes to his quarterback, and yeah, you can say, yeah, that's great. That's the type of guy we want.
Yep.
But he knows as well. The rules are you can't punch and you can't kick and you can't come in there WWF, WCW and trying to stomp on someone.
Don't care.
So again,
You know, I don't have any tattoos on
But
my
Pouncey
body,
ha-
but if
but
I ever
Pouncey-
get a tattoo, it's going to be Pouncey
but
on my
Pouncey did it,
chest.
so give him 2 games. And then the other guy that
And I
comes
think
in,
Pouncey gets
no,
1.
No one even knows the guy. He gets 1 game for
Ooga
knocking-
doobu.
Yeah, so he gets 1. But to me, Mason Rudolph deserves 4 because he instigated the whole thing. He started the whole thing. And here's the thing: if you let someone start a fight and he doesn't get punished, but the other guy gets punished, what's that going to do? The next time it happens, he's going to do it again. So he's not really getting punished. To me, Mason Rudolph needs almost just as much punishment as Myles Garrett. Now, Myles Garrett, he shouldn't have reacted the way he did, but again, he got kicked. He had his helmet try to get pulled off. Mason Rudolph couldn't pull it off, so Myles Garrett, try to just put it back on him.
All right, folks, my friend who played for the Lions and Eagles here has obviously been...
Look, I'm a quarterback.
He played quarterback,
And
has
I'm all-
been hit in the head,
I'm all
obviously,
for it.
to come up with something insane like that.
No, I'm all for, look.
I thought you guys were a
As a
brotherhood.
quarterback,
You guys are a brotherhood.
But you got to be smart. You're
You
the
should be
quarter-
writing Mason a
of all-
letter.
Of all the guys that keep their head on the field, supposed to keep their head on the field more
Is
than
the
anyone
quarterback.
else, it's supposed to be the quarterback, and he lost his cool. Flat out, that's what it is. Hey, why? Like,
'Cause
why are you chasing after him?
'cause-
what does that have to do with anything?
Let-
What did he do to you?
let me-
Rip your helmet off?
Let me finish the segment like this. As Charlie Daniels once famously said, go and lay your hands on a Pittsburgh Steelers player and you're finally gonna understand.